Hey guys, how we doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is Chris, and you're welcome to Social Media Intervention and Awareness. And basically, you can consider it as a social media warehouse. In this page, what I basically do is pick up videos of my picked my interest and talk about it, make comments, make reference. And sometimes I let you, watch the videos and draw your own conclusions or be the judge, depending on what kind of video it is. All right? Every time I put up a page or start a video, it is basically for us to learn from it. There's no point putting out videos and being on the social media if you're not learning from it. I know a lot of people do whatever they like without recourse for the consequences, but I I wouldn't have been able to do anything better than what I'm doing right now. Inspiring, encouraging, you know, people and speaking against ills in the society so that we can make the society a better place for me and my kids, my family, a better place for you, for my neighbors. All right. So this is what I'm about, talk about social social events, incidences, and today I'm going to mirror an country in West Africa. It is considered to be one of the most populous black nation in the world, with a population of over 200 million people. For about over 20 years or so, they have refused to conduct a census. So whatever it is that we have in terms of figures regards to population is, a postulation that this is what it should be, or, an assumption, which is pretty sad because the same country can afford to, conduct her own census to draw up figures that can be used to develop the nation to support the population and support younger people, And this country is getting towards another election. And the election is a couple of weeks. The nation I'm talking about is Nigeria, with a very interesting history, people, culture, cultures, tribes, and religions. And we're going to be looking at a reference somebody made. The election is coming forth. See the reaction of one section of the religions that's been practiced in Nigeria, to see the reaction of the parishioners of a certain church when the bishop of the church raised questions. And these questions is to challenge the minds, to challenge them based off of what is going on, the kind of people they want to select, and how it directly mirrors their future with respect to their children and the impact, influence, whether positive or negative. So I'm going to let us watch this video. And when I come back, we'll draw conclusions to it. Stay with us.
Somebody say, I love Nigeria. Some people are not saying it. It's okay, I understand. And we have to take a decision in about less than 2 months' time.
A nílò láti ṣe ìpinnu kan ní ó dín díẹ̀ ní oṣù méjì sísìn.
I have discovered that it's the society that reproduces the leaders.
Mo tún wá rí wípé àárín ara wa náà láti mú adarí jáde.
When we shout about the leaders, we are the one that produce them.
Tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn adarí àwa náà la mú wọn jáde.
We are the one that put people that we want there.
Àwa náà la ń fẹ́ síbẹ̀.
And they represent who we are.
Wọ́n wá ń sojú irú èèyàn tá a jẹ́.
How many of you, by now, you don't have to say it, you have a candidate in your mind you want to vote for? Can I see your hand? You already thinking. Can I see your hand? Raise it very well. I
Náà
have
sókè
already in my
dáadáa.
mind too.
Èmi náà ní tèmi.
Raise it. I'm not asking you to say it. This is
Mi
not
ò
a
ní o
political group.
sọrúkọ ẹni yẹn
Raise it.
ṣùgbọ́n
You are
náwó rẹ
thinking.
tó o bá ní
Okay,
náwó
let's
ẹ̀.
say it this way. How many of you have a candidate in your mind you wish will win? Can you raise your hand?
O ní ẹnìkan lọ́kàn
Okay.
pé o fẹ́ kó wọlé.
Now, those of you that are going to vote,
Àwa táwa dìbò.
I want to pray a prayer for you.
Mo fẹ́ gbàdúrà kan fún wa.
And I want your loud amen.
Mo fẹ́ kí àmì rẹ kó rinlẹ̀.
That man you want to vote for,
Ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ dìbò fóun.
may your children have his character in Jesus' name.
Àwọn ọmọ rẹ wọ́n ò ní irú ìwàsí rẹ̀. Sàmí o.
Eh?
Sàmí o.
Why
Ẹ
are
tó
you
fẹ́
quiet?
dìbò fún.
Somebody is doing like this.
Why?
You didn't get it.
Tàbí kò yé wa ni.
That man you want to vote for,
Ẹni tó fẹ́ dìbò fún yẹn.
that man you are rooting for,
Àwọn ẹni tí o
that man you
fọwọ́
are
sọ̀yà
shouting
fún.
on Facebook and crying
Gbogbo àwọn tó ń
about,
pariwo
may
wọn
your
lórí.
children
Àwọn
have
ọmọ
his
rẹ.
destiny in Jesus' name.
Kí àyànmọ́ wọn kó rí bíi tọkùnrin lórúkọ Jésù. Ọ̀yá sàmí.
May they act like him,
Kí wọ́n máa wà bíi tiẹ̀.
behave like him.
Kí wọ́n yìí ṣe sí wọ́n rí bíi tiẹ̀.
You are not saying amen.
Àsàmí. Àsàmí.
Go and think.
Uh-huh.
If you don't want a leader that your children will look like, why do you want to vote for him?
Tó o bá fẹ́ adarí tí ọmọ rẹ tí ó rí bíi tiẹ̀ kí ló wá dé tó o fẹ́ dìbò fún.
If you know you don't want a leader that will be the picture of your own children, why do you want to go and cast your
Ìgbà
vote
tó o
for such
mọ̀
a
wípé
person?
ọ̀fẹ́ adarí tí àìsèsí rẹ̀ ó dàbí tàwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ tàbí táwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ ó dàbí
I
tiẹ̀
want to
kí ló
pray
tó
again.
dìbò fún. Mo tún fẹ́ gbà.
Whoever you vote for,
Ẹnikẹ́ni gbàdúrà tó o bá
all their
dìbò fún.
destiny, good or bad, come upon your children.
Kí àyànmọ́ rẹ̀ ó dá àkọ́dá o kọ́ wá sórí àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀. Ọ̀yá sàmí. Sàmí.
It is well.
Olúwa mi ẹ̀rọ o.
I said this because I want to take the election serious. Don't put your vote on anybody. Your heart cannot tell you. This is a picture of our future. If you do it, you are bringing a curse upon your
Má
children.
kàn dìbò fún ẹnìkan sáá torí tó o bá ṣe lé ègún lòun fi sórí àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀.
So, guys, that is the video, and the bishop was speaking in English, and there was a translation in the other dialect, which is called Yoruba, and you heard what the bishop was saying, and it's for me personally, it's a social experiment. These are, people don't like it when you take it hard on them. It's a social experiment, He asked them basic questions. He said, whoever it is they want to vote for, whoever it is, may the character of that person reflect in the life of their children. And almost the whole church went dead. This is basically to let you know that people sometimes can be so heartless. People can be sometimes wicked. People forget that whoever you vote for, you are endorsing everything about them, good or bad. You are approving everything about them. And this message goes to Nigerians. This is not a time where you want to vote just anybody. This is not a time where you just want to vote anyhow. This is not a time when you want to be nonchalant. This is not a time when you want to, on the day of the election, that is when you want to, sit around. On the day of the election, that's when you want to watch football. You want to watch movie. You want to go visiting because it's a no movement day. And that day of election is not a day you want to sit around and have party. It's not a day where you want to come out on the field and show people that you got football skills. No. It's not a day where you want to play games. You want to play drafts. It's a day where the future of your children, yourself, and your community, your family is decided. And I don't care whatever religion you practice. Because at that point, you make a declaration. You make a declaration about the future of your country. And you need to take it seriously. And that is what that man was saying. If you will not allow your children, to model the leaders that you want to elect, why would you want to elect that kind of leader? So basically saying you cannot afford to vote on religious lines. You cannot afford to vote on tribal lines. You cannot afford to vote on sentiments. You have to vote based on character, principle, exemplary leadership. You have to vote based on previous antecedents. You have to vote based on what you can see, what you can verify. You have to vote based on the fact that on ground, these are the things you have to vote about. These are the things that should form the microcosm of the purpose of your voting. So as you go out there next month, go with clear intentions. Be intentional with your votes. Vote right. Vote the right person. Vote future. Do not vote based on sentiments, based on tribe, based on religion. Do not vote based on intimidation. Do not vote based on bribery. Vote right. If your children cannot model the leadership that you want to vote for, you need to have a rethink. And this is what this video is about. It's a social media warehouse. I want to say thank you for your time. If it's your first time, thank you. Like, share, and follow. Until I see you some other time, leave me a comment. Do you think that the pastor was right about his comment? Was it too hard? Was it too harsh? Or just basically stating the facts and the reality on ground so that people can have a rethink of that action they're about to take next month? Until I come your way next time, my name is Chris. Have a fabulous week ahead. Bye for now.